After 2.5 weeks staying here in Bali, I can say that there are some pros and cons of living or staying here, like in every other place in the world. And I will share with you what I have noticed in these past 2 weeks. So the pros, the nature, it's simply beautiful, amazing, from different waterfalls to nice beaches. We just arrived on the Green Bowl beach. There are a lot of monkeys at the top, and as we see right now, it's high tide. So let's just see how much of space have we left and what are the colors, because it seems that the sea has some nice green and blue colors. Of course, the forest, the jungle, and a lot of different animals, and you can really see how much is this intact on one side. So from the monkey forest, the rice fields. There are so many beautiful places and spots to visit, and it's a really nice things to see. Of course, there are also you have also different kind of beaches, maybe where you just want to relax, chill, or you want to surf, for example, go surfing. It depends what you are really looking for, but there is options, of course, you can choose from, also for partying and so on. Then the people here, the locals, are really nice, friendly. They make you feel straight from the start that you are welcome here, and also other tourists. You get to know other tourists here from different parts of the world, and they are also really nice, friendly. The locals here are really respectful, and they really make you feel that you are welcome here and like it's your home. Next, the prices. Most things here are cheap, from different stuff and accessories that you can buy on the market or in the grocery stores. Also the restaurants, their local warungs are really cheap if you want to eat outside. And the next point, of course, is the food, which is really healthy here, fresh, a lot of veggies, fruits straight from the fields to your plate, to the restaurants, to the groceries, or to the locals who sell it side the roads. Other fancy restaurants are cheap as well, of course, compared to the restaurants in Europe, for example. And the variety of food, of healthy food, it's extremely, I mean, there are so many different healthy variations that you can find here, eating outside, and also for a good price. So basically, you have like smoothie bowls, you have meat, vegan options are, of course, there are different vegan options that I didn't see any, I mean, so much healthy and vegan food options like here in Bali. I really like their food here. And the accommodations are also cheap here. Of course, you can find also some more expensive, but in generally speaking, what you can get here for a price that you can get, for example, in Europe, you can get here a villa with a pool and a lot of space, maybe. And in, at least as I know, in Europe, for example, Slovenia, Italy, Croatia, you can get just a one-bedroom apartment for the price, or even it costs even more. Now, the weather is a double sword edge, so it has its pros and cons. The raining season, it's from November until March, I believe, and during that time it rains frequently. But here now it's October, so it's still the rainy season didn't start yet, but it still rains quite frequently. And the most funny part of the weather is that it's so unpredictable. It may be sunny, clear sky the whole day, and after a couple of minutes, generally it turns to a different level. It can start to rain, showers, thunderstorm, and vice versa, of course. So it's really unpredictable, and one of the best things you can do when you rent a scooter here, to buy their ponchos and keep them handy, because if you get caught up with the rain while you're on the road, it can be quite difficult to drive, and you are soaking wet right to your skin. These are the pros that I found. Let's check some cons. I mentioned, of course, the scooter. So the traffic here is busy. There are no rules, and even with the scooter, sometimes you have to drive almost an hour to drive 15 to 20 kilometers because it's so busy, and you are staying there on the road. Locals know their roads well, so they just skip the cars from the left, and you have to watch out on every side. And the people here make sure you know that they are coming by using a horn, so the horn is working non-stop. And the good and surprise thing for me is that I didn't saw any accidents happen, which is of course a good thing. So even there are no traffic rules, they still know how to drive. Which brings me to the next point, the roads. The roads are too narrow, and there are a lot of hazards, not only on the roads, but also on the footpaths. So you have to watch out where you're driving, where you are walking, because it can be really dangerous. The next thing I have noticed is the gym memberships are quite expensive. Like, it's a luxus here to go to the gym. I think that most gyms, at least the big ones, are made for tourists and also have tourist prices. And I believe some gyms have prices that differs for the locals and for the tourists. Let's see an example. Gym memberships for day pass can vary from 30k Indonesian rupiahs, which is, I believe, around 3 euros. There are those cheap ones, but are not. You have to expect also a little. So no air conditioning, no water refills. Also the equipment, there are no sanitary or health. They don't care much about hygiene there, and you have to just go with that. But you can still do, of course, a great workout. You bring your water, your towel if they don't provide you with fresh towel, and you just have to keep in mind that you will be really sweat after a first set or even after warm up. And those expensive gyms, fancy gyms, I may say, because there are quite great gyms here, like Bulls Gym, Body Factory. I didn't go to Body Factory because it's too expensive. And then Fitness Plus, they have gyms day passes from 100k Indonesian rupiahs to 250k. For example, Bulls Gym, it has 250k Indonesian rupiahs for a day pass, but they don't provide you even a refillable water, so you have to buy water there yourself. And they don't have air conditioning. Even some cheaper gyms have air conditioning, but here, of course, you get the equipment, nice new equipment, and a lot of it. For me, it was even too much because of the size of the place. It was too much put together. So for that equipment, I think and I hope they will expand the quadrature. I like the Fitness Plus most because for 100k Indonesian rupiahs, which is around 10 euros or 12 euros, I'm not sure, you get the fresh towel, water refill, you have also air conditioning, great machines, and this is also, I believe, one of the gyms that I like the most. So here are just a few things that I have noticed while staying here for about 2 weeks, and of course if I would be here for longer, I would probably notice some other things as well. So this is for now from my side for the pros and cons of staying here in Bali, but generally speaking, the positive outweighs the negative. So if you're looking where to go for your next trip, for your next destination, maybe on vacation, I suggest to check Bali, and you will not be disappointed.